Hey, Secret House Against the World.
Hey,
La Maison.
Tokyo-based hip-hop art and culture, album discussions and conversations. Today, me and Jet got our main man, Scott Popular.
what it do?
Hopefully, you've checked those last two videos that we put out, and you'll see him on there as well. Yeah, Tokyo Game Show organizer, Legacy Lounge organizer, Let's Talk About It organizer, just a regular man about the culture here in Tokyo, operating at the black epicenter of it. So, yeah, we're here today to discuss a new album by Vic Spencer with a variety of producers on it called If George Bush Was Cool.
Perfect title.
14 songs, 41 minutes.
And just fantastic artwork. If I was in a store and I'm walking in the store and I just see this on the aisle, right? I'm picking it up and I'm going to the front and I'm buying it.
You guys can see it right now.
The art is crazy. I mean, it gives you that whole. I don't know if you guys know about like Big League Chew and those big head sports politics, like that art in the back.
It used to be like chewing tobacco bubble gum
chewing
for
tobacco.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
That's problematic, but yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, like that like political cartoon art style with the giant heads, like kind of scared the shit out of me. Yeah. And to this day, like I still don't like that shit. It's a very, very funny album title and it's a very good cover. I'm a sucker for just like saying that you're someone else. That's just funny to me. Ever since Lil B said I'm Miley Cyrus, I was just like, all right, this is funny. But you know, fucking JPEG Mafia calling himself Black Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's just very funny to me.
Fucking great.
You can just stick an American politician and then just put them in a scenario that is not them and it's automatically funny. You know, if you started like if you wrote an album called, I don't know, Obama Jiu-Jitsu Academy, like that's just immediately
it's going
funny.
somewhere.
It's going somewhere.
Yeah. It's an attention getter and you're doing marketing's job. So kudos on.
Bro, I never thought that I would see this, like how clean the depiction of his face is in this cartoon style with the free Larry Hoover hat on in the GD. You know what I mean? Like, bro, this shit is fucking hilarious. And then before it even starts,
the title itself, If George Bush Was Cool. Yeah. I wish that happened.
That would have been dope.
Because he wasn't.
Yeah, that would have been dope. That would have been doper, at least. I mean, it kind of diminishes like the war crimes to a degree.
A little bit, yeah.
1 million Iraqis dead, it's a problem. But yo, if he was cool, maybe he'd be wavy and not pulling bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Vic Spencer is a Chicago MC, man. If you guys didn't recognize from the free Larry Hoover shit, I did see a little. I was trying to do research on him because I've been listening to him for a long time, but I don't really know shit about him other than every time an album comes out, I pretty much peep it. But I was looking on this thing and it says, question: what is the result when you mix the wit of Sean Price, the comedic delivery of Doom, the unorthodox approach of the late ODB, the lungs of Be Real, and the life experience of a group home resident hailing from the streets of Chicago's gritty east side? Answer: Vic Spence, the rapping bastard. And I was like, I could see, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these lines and shit. Like it's overstating some things, but it's on the nose with others.
My question is, who actually wrote that?
I don't know.
Label people, maybe?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
It just makes me really sad that 3 of those 4 MCs are dead.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Damn, Jet, why you got Ruby's laughing at Jet?
I'm just saying. It's like,
you're right.
If you mix dead MC with dead MC with dead MC, all men who died like pretty young, like, man, that shit bums me out.
Yeah, but that's rap.
Yeah,
that is rap.
Yeah.
But okay, going back to the lighter side of things. The first track.
Well, first, no. Before we get into the album, we got to talk about how we know this artist.
Okay, all right.
How we know this artist. So, what's up, Jack?
Vic Spencer has released like 8 million albums in the last decade. This is like his 3rd this year, and it's May. Dude's just incredibly prolific. He's a part of the landscape. And to his credit, not to get straight into the album, you wouldn't know from listening to this record. This record's cohesive. It's interesting. It makes sense. It doesn't feel rushed. It's If George Bush Was Cool.
Yeah. Real niggly shit.
To me, this is real. This is fun. Good. It's fun goon music.
Well, how do you know Vic Spencer?
I don't.
Oh, this is your first
Zero.
time? Bet.
So this is like. I had no idea who this dude was, and I like him. I'm down for this ride.
I want to say that I got familiar with him the same time I got familiar with Chris Crack, because they put out that collaborative album, Who Is Chris Spencer?
Yep.
Maybe a decade ago now. I don't even remember when that shit came out, but it's been a whole minute, and I've been kind of a fan since then because I really like that project. I like both of those MCs.
I guess I became aware of him shortly before I came to Japan, so one of the 2015-2016 releases.
Okay, that makes sense to me. That seems about right. Almost a decade, but yeah, but he's also one of those prolific type of artists. It's like, name 5 albums. I'm like, I listened to 5 of them that came out last year,
right.
but like, what is it? Because he's got an effortless kind of style, and he just like Chris Crack.
Yep.
He just fucking puts out project after project, and they all kind of meet this standard.
This baseline
yeah,
standard.
Let's get into the album.
Let's get into it.
Go ahead, Scott Popular. How you feeling?
First and foremost, WIMZ world premiere. I wanted more of this. I wanted more of this whole go back to whole radio. Like, I love radio, and I thought it was gonna be more of that. But this first track set the bar. I was like, okay, cool. This dude can rap. He's got great cadence. He's not scared to experiment with his vocal tones. And on top of that, he's really witty with his ad libs. Really witty. And like he'll just like, self-confirm some shit like, yeah, goon shit. And I like that.
Pure carnage, goddammit.
Yeah, and I'm down for fun. I love some of the names of the titles. Fleming's Package, Freelance Shooter. Love that track. Chronic Melody, he slowed it down. And I appreciate it. Like the other things that we reviewed today, I feel like they were only going in one gear. Where this dude, he can shift, he can drift, he can slow it down, he can speed it up, he can double time. Like, this dude is very versed in his style, and I just really like this dude. And I'm on the train, dude. I'm riding with Vic Spencer now.
He's very good at, like, to stick with the titles quickly, he's very good at taking those 2 words that, like, evoke certain feelings and emotions and kind of come together in like an interesting or funny way, where it's like, oh, chronic medley. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. You go chronic as in like repeated, which ties in with this idea of the medley where you have, various things, but obviously also the chronic, as in the green. Rearranged King, probably my favorite track on the album. Also a hard fucking title. Basement Flu sounds very, very unpleasant. I don't want no basement flu. Freelance Shooter, again, it's that back and
juice.
Perm juice.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The new Nobody is hard. I do.
Yeah,
I like the whole concept behind the new Nobody.
I'm actually gonna after I finish my little spiel right here, I'm gonna put some of these tracks on because fuck it, let's do that. But man, for me, this album is just like another in a long line of him doing what he does best. He hears dope beats and he fucking writes dope raps to them, and there's kind of an idiosyncratic brilliance to his approach, like you would say about a Sean Price or a Doom or an Old Dirty Bastard. Like, there's not quite anybody that's doing it like him. I would say that, and I don't know if they've got beef or why they haven't worked together or if they're friends or whatever happened between him and Chris Crack, but they both kind of fit in this lane for me as being like these dudes who is just like really just peeling shit out. And I think that he's the type of guy who's not a like concept guy with like a long vision of what he wants it to be. So I never expect like a magnum opus from him, like an album that's like fully realized, like the production is moving forward and all this shit. He's just peeling out shit that's super fucking dope. And I was like, I'm like, damn, like I really appreciate a cat like this out there, and it's impressive to me for him to build such a solid career and never running out of shit. Because when I first played this album, right, the first 3 songs, I was just kind of like, man, I wish it was a different Vic Spencer album that I could put that I could talk about with you and put you onto, because like I wasn't really feeling those first 3 joints. And and as I was thinking about it, I was like, man, I don't know if I like a lot of these songs, but I was drinking on the way home fucking the other day, and it all started clicking for me.
Right.
Especially the tail end of the album. I would text Jet like, rearranged, and I had the hostile, I probably typed it all caps. Rearranged King is fucking dope. Oh my God. And that's when I was just like, at the tail end of the album, I'm like, oh, I love every single one of these tracks for different reasons. And he's so fucking witty, bro. Like and it's not witty like, oh, ha ha ha, that's a funny bar, but it's just saying some dope shit like, here for a while. You got to enjoy the experience. Y'all got employed doing silly shit. And it's like, yeah, you whack. Like, you fucking whack. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he's just fucking hilarious to me the way he comes with and put some of this shit together. Like, man, he's fucking amazing.
Word.
I go off more if y'all want me to.
No,
I'm trying to be
completely
quiet.
agree with you because this album right here, I will go back and listen to. There's no doubt in my mind I will go back and listen to this again. The other two we did, I ain't going back. But this, I'm going back. This got a lot of goon juice in here. So,
I am going back and forth on like, did the concept, given the fact that it's like the cover and the title, like, did he really explore the concept?
No,
I don't know.
Of course he didn't at all.
Yeah.
Do I think the album would have benefited from him like reaching into that concept a little bit more? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm leaning, maybe.
No, I'm gonna give that a solid It would have been
because I even not specifically like I don't really need Vic Spencer to rap about George Bush to me.
Right.
Fuck George Bush, but I do think like.
Yeah, but you can't fuck George Bush.
But I would like true. But I would like a Vic Spencer album where there is like a specific concept and the whole thing is a little more focused.
Okay.
And kind of built around a single like central like thesis or point.
Yeah.
I like that he shifts gears and deals with all kinds of stuff on here. But if you do go to like Chris Crack for comparison, the Chris Crack albums, generally speaking, you feel you kind of develop more of a character out of Chris Crack, I think. The whole like drug use and dealing with women in like a humorous and kind of charismatic way. Vic Spencer does do that as well, but it does feel kind of mixtapey.
His albums often feel like, especially ones where he doesn't have like the same producer.
Yeah.
Like the one he came out with, I think last year, maybe earlier this year, with August Fanon production. Like that shit feels a little bit more cohesive because he's got the one producer. He's able to kind of have a through line of sound and approach, even though his lyrics are all over the place per usual. Like to me, he's just like he's like a working man MC.
Yeah, it's
he's
just
a working class
dope track
MC.
after dope track after dope track. And as like an album consumer, someone who likes albums as complete bodies of work, I don't know how successful If George Bush Was Cool is. But at the same time, I like every individual component of this record. I like the production. I like that the production can be dusty and kind of murky, and drumless even. And also can like bang and be bright and upbeat. And he fits well over everything. He changes up his cadences and his flows.
Features are dope.
Features are dope. I was not familiar with most of the features on here. Obviously, Concept Jackson's
you don't
on
know
there.
ST Knack?
Just the name.
Okay.
I know you're a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan of ST Knack. He on the Goon Maneuver shit. You know how we do it. Yeah. Graph is on there, also dope. But there was a Candace Nicole. Not familiar with her, but she was dope.
She's great on there. She's dope. I like when the album is being avant-garde. I like it when the album is on some street shit. And the fact that he's quite effortlessly able to transition between those things. I have listened to a few Vic Spencer records and I feel positive about all of them. I guess I would just like him to like spend a year on an album, but maybe that's just not him. Maybe that's just not his, his creative method. Maybe the album would just be like overstuffed and not all that interesting. And this is just, his prolificness is the reason that he's as good at what he does as he is. But I would be interested in that more focused, complete Vic Spencer album.
Yo, speaking of this track that's on in the background, Excellent Operations.
Yes.
Doesn't that horn sound kind of like some Tom Scott shit? Like
This
you know
big
what I mean?
band feel. That's what I was going to talk about. Like Excellent Operations, song in the background. This strikes a chord with me because this gives you a little bit more musicality.
Yeah, it feels like some.
But
the Tom Scott like
it
they
also
reminisce.
reminds me of like an early 90s American TV show that I'm not familiar with that you and Spade would be making
show?
rad references to. And you guys are like
show?
singing along and I'm
Yeah.
just like, I have no idea what is going on right
we're
now.
brothers, we're happy, and we're singing, and we're
Give me a high five. That shit.
yeah.
It's kind of evocative of that to me. Even like a Starsky and Hutch or
Right,
something like
exactly,
that.
right.
There's a sleaziness to it which goes well with all the goon maneuvers on this record.
I feel like Excellent Operation would be a great video.
Yeah.
I think you could work this track right here. Yeah, you could work this into
shot with like
video.
a Super 8 with
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an old Chevy or something. Yeah.
The beat switch on this Rearrange King shit is fucking hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna be bothering me while I got shit to do.
Ain't nobody gonna be bothering me while I got shit to do.
Not at all.
Niggas warned you not to fuck around with niggas' hoes. Now niggas don't have a choice but put the pump up your nose. No round of applause.
This is a good use of an ad lib.
Yeah.
You know you went hard. You gotta go, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Like you know you went hard.
You know you going off when he got that. Woo.
Not to because I don't want to tread on Spade's territory while he's not here. Mix was I wasn't crazy about how, like, I noticed because I'd listened to the Madlib DJ Muggs joint before, and I listened to this, and this album's so quiet.
Yeah.
Like I just like couldn't hear the shit in my headphones. Like when I was on the train, I was like, oh, I got to go back and listen to this in a quiet room. Not like a criticism of the music per se, but definitely something, you know. Like you want to listen to this through some speakers.
It's always two different feels.
It's not like an introspective, like quiet listen. It's a little too murky and dusty and like off the cuff for that, I think.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. But you know, if you're the kind of listener who goes to, you know, underground hip hop for the quote unquote, or for the listening experience, capital L, capital E, this is not really that record.
Okay.
Shout out to DJ L Spade. We haven't had anybody shit on the mix quality for a while, so you know, bring it back. Yeah, bring it back. Now this shit is dope. There's one line on this song that he talked about. I really wanted to get into the politics of it actually, because that's what we do. Now he talks about a line like every family having cars, but I understand that this is tied to his idea of freedom and property, but imagine a world of 8 billion cars. That world is unsustainable. Change your perspective a lot.
What's the
walkable cities, web shooters?
The last line on the
I'm
King
bullshit,
Vision
but-
Ultra. Like, you guys don't even have trains. You just drive everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, get web shooters, high-level train travel logistics, maglev, my nigga, come on. Now, but that's just picking fun at, you know, some of his
for sure.
because that's how we do. But man, he's fucking.
What if
he's
George
great.
Bush was cool is an interesting political take.
Right,
you know?
right, yeah,
If George Bush was cool, we'd all have web shooters.
yeah.
So-
You know what I mean?
And
He's
it's also not just cool in the like sense of like, you know, down with like whatever's dope. Like is cool in the sense of like, when you there's a bar in Tokyo that indulges in the trees that I won't name on here for their own safety, and I brought a friend there one time while it was quiet, and when she went into the bathroom, the owner leans over the counter and goes, "Yo, is she cool?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, she's cool." He's like, "No, but is she cool?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's cool, she's cool." And he pulls the joint out, passes it around, and yeah, it's like, what if instead of Iraq, like Bush had just been cool?
Yeah.
You know, all that shit on the aircraft carrier, mission accomplished. No. What if he'd just been cool
What if
instead?
we would have chilled it out?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that's the cool that we thinking of, because like by all accounts, Barack Obama is pretty
He's cool. Yeah,
Motherfucker
exactly.
come out with music playlists, but he was still drone striking the fuck out of everybody and didn't
Yeah.
even shut down Guantanamo. So we got shit
Yeah,
to talk
yeah,
about.
okay,
but,
yeah, we
you know what I
definitely-
mean?
okay.
But yeah, man.
If it was cool.
Yeah, if it was cool.
If it was
I mean,
cool.
like if Barack Obama was cooler. I don't know how to put it, but yeah, this shit is fucking tremendous, bro. Like he does get on, like just like Chris Crack. Let me stop. That's the last time I'm gonna compare him to him, but he does get into like some political takes on this shit. This is like your boy is just chilling and shit, right? Like
Like genius idiot
Yeah.
type shit.
Yeah.
yeah, he's like, I'm not putting no black line across my face. The color of my skin is what built this place. USA owe me $300K a day. You know what I mean? Like for the next 30 years. I'm like, yeah, bro,
that
fucking
sound
go
about right.
off. And you want
It sound about
reparations? Yeah. And I mean, he also gets into some shit like, yo, what do you say? I don't know one Caucasian that owe me shit too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's like some
Fair enough.
real, like, yeah, the white people around him ain't the problem. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just dope, man. You ain't peeped the news. I made headlines. I start doing well. Y'all act like it's your bedtime. Sleeping on me will result in not waking up. Industry and the internet fake as fuck. Yeah, he's dope, bro. That's just
a
fucking
hard-
dope.
Yeah, don't sleep on this
Yeah,
man.
Don't
Like,
sleep on him.
he definitely could come with
I'll
it.
start doing well. Y'all start acting like it's your bedtime. Sleeping on me will result in not waking up.
That's a hard ass bar because
Yeah.
it's like, dude, I'm doing my best out here, but your dumb ass want to act like you don't see me, and I know you do.
Yeah.
So
This beat is also fucking hard. This beat right now, I don't even
Trippin'
know.
Boulevard.
Trippin' Boulevard, yeah. Like that wonky brain feeder type
It
shit.
does sound like
always-
some 2007 beat, you know what I mean? Beat shit. Yeah. Yeah, that shit is extra hard. I put that right on my notes right there. Beat Switch is real beat scene shit, low
Beat scene
end.
shit, yeah. Shouts out Kutma, shouts out Sam I Am, shouts out ZZ Gibson, like all that shit.
Shadowed Sounds that I think who produced that. There's a lot of producers. DiBiase is on this.
DiBiase's on there. You go.
There's a lot of producers on this. Every track is produced by somebody different. There's no repeats. So many lanes to explore. So many lames to explode. Yeah, he's dope, bro. Nigga old as fucking everything's still intact.
Oh, you got to get them daily workouts in.
Yeah, bro. This is just another example of, you know, a dope working class MC that I love to support, and I'll be clocking in for everything he does. I'll be clocking in for everything he does, because at the very least, it's going to be like you're going to get some comedy out of it. You're going to feel good about yourself listening to this shit.
Yeah, so, there's a cookie in here for everybody.
Yeah.
I recommend this album to anyone who's on there, like Greedhead, Bruiser Brigade type shit.
Word.
Yeah. I recommend this to cats. You know who I would recommend this to? I would recommend this to older cats who think that hip hop got whack after the 90s and because they was only listening to the radio.
Yeah.
And yeah, because this is like grown man shit, but it's grown man
hope.
Don't give a fuck type of shit.
There's hope and fun.
Yeah.
There's hope in this kind of fun. Like it's not that it's gone. It's people still like trying to push this style. Yeah. But you know, you can see he's coming at it with a playful sense, and his cadence is good, and he's really like I can hear every word he says. Even though if it comes kind of hood, it still comes over very well and very clearly.
I also recommend this to the folks, man, all the GD gangster folks. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's not gang banging, but it's fucking gang banging. Like it's hard, man.
Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Shout out to K Rock Wild and all those fools, Soda Pop. You know what I mean? Secret House Against. Is that it?
Skull Popular.
Yeah.
Secret House Against. Yo, we coming back. We're gonna do the Bus Driver. We're gonna do the new Billy Woods, and we're gonna do something else. Maybe Scott Popular show up. We'll see what's up.
You never know. You never know. Black Home Depot.
Hard name.
Risk it all for minor sacrifices. I still love it.